Been gone forever, but I have been so busy. Just wanted to do a quick video to let you guys know this is the skirt that I done for my niece who was wearing it, or supposed to wear it, is wearing it. I'm kind of up in the air, but I know I made it for her. Supposedly for a wedding, but it's going to be in addition to her wardrobe. And then I showed you guys yesterday the pattern for my aunt dress that I created from a picture that she showed me from her boutique. She was going to a blue party. So this is the day that the Lord has made. I am rejoicing and I am so glad in it. A little tired, but I just feel accomplished because I'm just so proud of myself. Because the dress, I'm going to be real. I had some issues. I had some struggles. But in the end, I'm going to show you guys a picture. She looked marvelous in it, and it just showed me that, you know, you can't give up. You're going to make mistakes, and one of my flaws is I try to be perfect every time, and you're not going to be. I mean, there are going to be some issues, and at first I thought, oh my gosh, this is the only piece of this fabric that I have, and things are going awry, but you know what? I just did a woosah. The Lord was like, calm down. He honestly guided me through it, and I can say that with assurance because I was at a point where I was just like, I cannot tell my aunt that I messed up this fabric, and today is the day of the party. But again, God is good. He's faithful. He's just. You just need a mustard seed of faith, and sometimes people say that's silly. No, you use Him in every part of your life. I mean, the chapter says, the verse, if you seek the Lord, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of His righteousness, and it shall be added unto you. Again, you can't be living all willy-nilly. Just need a mustard seed of faith. I shared that with, and I will post that for you guys. I sang, I've been doing this for, I don't know, the last 4 years, I think. Singing for, it's called Joanne's House. And she's a wonderful lady. She uses her testimony to help so many other women who are struggling with drug abuse. She was heavy in it, and she sought ye first the kingdom of God, and she changed her and turned her life all around. Long story short, she restructures these houses, and they become sober houses for these women. And every year she has a fundraiser, and I'm just so honored that she asks me every year to sing. She does a concert, and she asks me every year to be a part of it. I do the flyers. That was before I started sewing. That was what I did. I still do it, but I did the flyers and the programs, and she puts on a wonderful show. I have some pictures, and I'm going to post those just to give her some props. But again, this is the pattern. If you see up here, I've got the waist, my homemade pockets. This is the high part, the long part of the skirt, and this is the short part. You know, I used to do all of mine in I guess sewing paper, baker's paper, Christmas wrapping paper, but I'm finding that if I do it in these sheets, anybody has to know me, you're in my area, you comment on my post so you know who I am. If you have some old sheets, I like the light colors, no patterns or anything, please donate them to your sister, because I'm finding that it helps more when I fold them. They fit in my notebook and it doesn't take up a lot of space. Alright, you guys, again, this is the day that the Lord has made. I am rejoicing. I am so glad in it. Do something kind for someone. I'm telling you, not only will it lift your spirits, but it will help them lift their spirits. You never know what people are going through. This world is so crazy, and we have to reach out and touch someone. It sounds corny, but it's true. We cannot depend on the president, number 45. We cannot depend on him to make this world a better place. We have to do it. Each one teach one. You have to be a friend or be likable in order to get a friend. So we can do it if we just band together. Look out for your brothers and sisters. It takes a village to raise a child. We can do it. You know, we just got to put our mind to it and be consistent in everything that you do. All right, you guys, again, I haven't been away. I've just been really, really busy, and I'm going to post all of my videos and share some more stuff with you guys later. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. I am rejoicing, and I am so glad in it. Oh, my goodness. I have missed recording so much, but I had to put, pressure on myself. You know how you procrastinate. Like I told you guys, taking out my phone, taking out my tablet. I am anal about my devices, and I was just so afraid that I was going to drop it. And then I had issues because I couldn't pause, I couldn't fast forward. Some people wanted to see me sew, and I just think it's, if you're watching me, you know how to sew, but I think that's part of it, just to see how, because I do it myself. I binge watching videos. I like to see how others construct things. Like I told you guys, I don't like going up the mountain, around the corner, down the street. I like to just cross the street, do it the simplest but professional way as possible. So I finally got my camcorder. I am so grateful, because it came from, I always try to put my funds back into my craft, because I told you guys, as I improve and evolve, I want to also upgrade, do things better, add more flair or whatever. And it's not just for you guys, it's for myself as well, because I always want to improve as I go along. So again, if I didn't say it, this is the day. It is now Tuesday. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. I am rejoicing, and I am so glad in it. I started this night at about 10:30. I just got this camcorder, and I've been like every day getting frustrated because I'm trying to learn how to use it. I finally figured out how to upgrade to my computer. It's just a good day, you guys. Alright, so right now what I'm working on, my niece, I think I told you guys, after the last project, the 2 skirts that I made her, she's going to a wedding this weekend, and she wanted me to make her a high-low skirt. So, I already crafted the pattern for her skirt that you guys saw on one of my other videos. I don't think I showed you how I made the pattern in maybe 1 or 2 other videos. As I am making things, I will take you through the process now that I can fast forward, speed it up. So anyway, from this pattern, I constructed, and I like to do my stuff on my next fabric haul. I'm going to look for a bunch of old sheets. I also do it on muslin, but sometimes I like to save that because I also use that to iron my stuff. But I had to sing this weekend, and they had a raffle section of the space, and there was a steamer. So I got that. So now I don't think I'll need to use as much of it. God is just so good. They was raffling off for $10. You had to buy a raffle ticket, and then whoever ticket they pulled, you got the item. Well, no one bidded on the steamer, and it is a nice one, you guys. I'll show you that too later on. But anyway, I don't have to worry about ironing as much. But anyway, this was an old sheet, and I like to when I make my patterns, I like to make them for that person, because thankfully they keep coming back. So then I won't have to, redo the whole pattern thing. So this was an old sheet, and I made, I don't know if you can see it, cut it out, the pattern for her high-low skirt. So the first thing I'm going to do after drafting the pattern, which was a tedious thing because the long part, my arms are not long enough. I'm going to have to try to find a different way of measuring the length so that, you can make the high and the low part of the skirt. So right now, after cutting it out, I am going to sew the 2 straight pieces together, and then we are going to make the low part. And I want to thank my girl. When I come back, I will have her name, because I don't like people to mispronounce or misspell or whatever my name. So I want to make sure that I give her the proper props. So I'm not going to do both of them. I'm going to start one and let you guys see the starting of it, because it's a long high-low skirt. So this is the round edges. I don't know if you can see, but I am going to sew straight down the straight edge. And what I also like to do, you guys, is when I'm drafting something from scratch, because a lot of times those patterns cost way too much, and if you Sometimes, again, I got this from Mimi. Take apart an old skirt or something. You can pretty much figure out how it was made, and you can go from there. So I had her bring a couple of her skirts over to Auntie. That's what she calls me. And I basically traced them out, and that is how we got to where we are now. So, like I said, I'm going to base stitch these down, and then I like her to try it on, and then we can make our alterations and so forth. And I based them together, let her try it on and see what nips and picks and stuff we have to do. And then when I'm done, I take the base stitch out, fold it up, make all my measurements, instructions, so forth on this one. So this will become a pattern. And then I have like a file book that I have with all of my directions, the people's measurements and so forth. So I put all of this on here. I'll just take a marker and mark everything I need to mark. The 5/8 sewing inseam, how much of a hem she like, all of that I put on this, and then I file it, and then the next time I have to do something, I don't have to go through that process again, and it just makes your life so much easier. So we've got our basting stitch all together. I have a Brothers CE 8100, and I love this baby. I also have a Brother Serger, and I also have a Brother embroidery machine. But I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to use the embroidery machine. I'm hoping that I will get to use it soon, because I just got a new piece that makes flowers and things, and I want to try that on it. So hopefully I will be able to try it out soon, and I will of course take you guys along with me. Oh my God, you guys, you don't know how much I've missed just videotaping. I've done so much since the last time we spoke. Well, we didn't really speak, but the last time I uploaded a video, how about that? And oh my goodness, I've got to show you guys those pants that I was telling you guys about that had the lining that was jacked up from the floor up. Well, what I decided to do, instead of trying to just sew it all together, because there were some sections of it that looked like a spider web, I just went to Joann's and bought some lining and cut out the areas that was going to take too much to try to mend, and I just, replaced them, and came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. She hasn't picked them up yet, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be happy with the process. Alright, you guys, so like I said, I've got to sew these two ends together. I'm not going to bore you any longer with the process, but I just want you guys to know that I'm back. I finally got, and I thank you guys who prayed, because I asked you guys to pray that that the Lord would allow me to find one that was in my price range. The first one that I got, I had bought the microphone, I bought the memory card, and then when it came, none of them was the right size. So I called Amazon, and I want to give them props. I called Amazon and told them, this was the wrong one. Actually, it was on my part. It wasn't even on their part. And they put me on hold and said, you know what? You've been such a good customer. We're going to send you they were going to have me send those back, and they were going to credit me my money. But they ended up saying, you know what, don't worry about it, pay it forward, give it to someone else. We're going to refund you your money, and don't worry about it. Okay, I was like, I was the same way. I'm like, are you sure? And she's like, oh yes. Basically, I guess it would have cost more for them to send me a return label and me box it up, because of course I didn't have the original box. And so I'm praying and asking God to guide me as to who to give the other camera to, because I wanted to be able to pause, fast forward, and all of that. And I got the camcorder high density off of Amazon, but I needed the 1080, and I just got the high density, and it didn't do the things that I wanted to do. And they just basically said, don't worry about it. Pick out the one that you need, and of course I had to pay for the other one, but the fact that they just I didn't even have to send it back. They refunded me my money, and that's why I'm a prime customer of Amazon.com. Alright, you guys, like I said, I'm not going to bore you with any more of this. I'm going to finish this one, then I'm going to sew the other one together, then I'm going to come back and show you how I'm going to differentiate, you know what I mean, the two sides. And then we'll have the high-low skirt, and then I'm going to put a waistband. I'm going to also make like belt loops. I'm going to put pockets on it because she loves her pockets. And the material I got, oh my God, with the longest part of the skirt, it's going to like flow in the back, and it's going to be so pretty. But I told her, you can't outdo the bride now. So we're going to see how it goes. All right, you guys, again, this is the day that the Lord has made. I am rejoicing. I am so glad in it. It has been a great day, even though it's raining here in Ohio. I'm still just grateful just to be able to see another day and to come to you again with another video. I thank you guys for the support. I'm almost up to 2,000 views, and some people might say that's not a lot, but I've only been doing this for a couple of months, and to have that support and people just interested in what I have to say and what I'm doing is a blessing. So you guys have a great day.